skills and capabilities, as well as help build the workplace, build the marketplace, give useful tools and tips that people can use to improve themselves. And with us tonight, as usual, is our lead facilitator who would be taking us through the subject of unlocking the power of usefulness. Um, I am Andre Williams, who's would be leading this, well, introducing our facilitator for today. And this is the team at PHA that is on screen. And so, without much further ado, I want to turn over the session to our lead facilitator, Mr. Sola Jegede. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Andre. In addition to what Andre has said, we want to welcome you to this meeting. We are sorry for the mix-up in the time. Some were here by 7. But all this being equal, we should be here for the next 1 hour. And in our discussion tonight, we'll be looking at some methods to use, the discovery method, the peer-to-peer learning discussions, and there will be room for question and answer also. All things being equal, we should be here for about 60 minutes, all things being equal. Please don't forget to type your name and your country in the chat. Thank you so much. And in case you want an abbreviated version of this session or the recordings, please kindly type it in the chat also that I need the PDF version and the audio so that we can send it to you directly. We don't want to bother you with material that you will not need. Thank you so much. If you are with me, can you please type yes in the chat? If you are with me, can you please type yes so that we know those who are with us? Thank you, Raphael. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Fire. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Zobia. Thank you, Tango. Thank you, Simeon. Also, quite a number of us are here. You're most welcome. Audrey has spoken. We'll be sharing from a weight of experience here. And the essence of what we are doing is that we believe in empowering others, giving back to the society what we know. My name is Sola Jegede. I left the college about 34 years ago with a degree in accounting. I'm an IFC certified trainer or trainers and a CP certified trainer or trainers also in management, organization, and business development. A chartered accountant for about 31 years, a member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, and a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants in Sierra Leone also. A serial entrepreneur, having started 4 different organizations. I manage Prime Height Associates based in Sierra Leone. Thank you so much. At the end of this discussion, you should be able to define usefulness. You should be able to highlight the benefits of usefulness, identify hindrances to usefulness, and equally know how to equip yourself on usefulness. And at the end, inspire commitment to live a life that impacts generation. I strongly believe that's our ultimate. We want to see you living a life that impacts generation. A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. That's by Jack Robson. Do you agree? Why? It's open. Do you agree? Why? You can type and you can unmute yourself and speak. I'm waiting for our response. A life is not important. Okay, go ahead.
Good evening, sir. So for me, Thomas Dow speaking, I agree. I agree with Jackie Robinson that a life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. Uh, well, from two folds, one looking at the life of Jesus and the impact it had on people. That is the reason why today, even when it comes to leadership model, his lifestyle is being used as an example for servant leadership everywhere, and even for great world leaders that served people positively or impact life others, and even our parents as well. So I will stop there.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Another person, you can say your chat. You don't have to talk. If you want to talk, you can unmute yourself. Any other comment on that one? I strongly believe, and I agree with Jackie, that a life is not important except the impact it has on other lives. It's not about you. It's about the impact you make on other lives. That's why I say, oh, that life is important. And the question you may have to ask yourself as you are moving ahead, is my life important? If it is not impacting others, then I question whether it is really important. Because it means if you disappear from the scene, nobody knows. Nobody feels it. Can you define or describe usefulness? Just use one word to describe usefulness. Type it in the chat. Use one word to describe usefulness. One, okay. Simeon Roman said value, Ozobia said relevance. Someone says service. iPhone said impactful. Joseph said impact. I'm still waiting for feedback. Alusai said resourceful. David says supportive. Okay. Is it possible for somebody to read this one for us? To the one who said needful. You can read this one. Can somebody read this one for us?
Usefulness is the measure of our impact on people, places, and purposes.
Thank you, Mariama. Usefulness is the measure of our impact. There are three things there, three P's. The first one is people. The second one is places. The third one is purpose. So when you are talking about being useful, you must have made either impact on people, on places, or on purpose. There are some that actually make impact in those three areas, and there are some that do not. So when we are talking about being useful, it means you are making impact on people, places, and purpose. Can you share one way you have been useful to someone in the past week? Send in your chat. One way you have been useful to someone in the past week. Just one way. 7 days. Yes, I'm waiting. Just tell us one way you have been useful to someone in the past 1 week. In case you want to unmute yourself, you can do so. But if you want to send in a chat, do so also.
Yes.
One way you have been useful to someone. Yes, go ahead.
By the grace of
Yeah,
God.
Thomas.
Yes, by the grace of God, we made a trip 2 weeks ago in Moyamba region. I am Pastor Victor in some of the villages, and there's a young boy in the village. There is only one school, and he wants to go back to school. So at Beke level now. So by the grace, I help him to pay his fees, and also he has his tuition. He's the only one in that village that is determined to go to school, but there is no school in his village. So he travels, he walks on the road. So, but his zeal and determination actually touched me. So we are in touch.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Can you see? Thomas had used his resources to impact somebody. Thank you, Thomas. Other person, another one. Somebody said, I have given career and development improvement advice to a recent graduate. Thank you, Zobia. And Simon Kroma said, I've given a career counsel. Thank you. Samuel Santiki said, I've shared the word of God. Kate Tanko said, lecturing people in political theology for their master's degree, impacting life. And Simon Okroma said, teaching students. Arusai, helping someone fix issues. Jonathan Bambara said, I was able to help a student with a computer that was meant for my own use. So can you see, you are being useful to somebody. It means you are what? You are making impact. I want to begin to imagine how the recipient of such a gift will feel. Another one say, a public speaker, thank you, that just sir. And Cities Media said, I have been using the knowledge I gained to help an intern in my office. I help SMEs develop their business plan. Can you see that within you, there is something that can actually help you to make an impact? Within you, there is something in you that could make an impact. If I were you, can you just write in the chat, I'm very useful to my generation? I am very useful. Can you just write it in the chat? I am very useful to my generation. Yes, I'm very useful to my generation. I can see them coming in. And that's the mindset I want you to have. That you are not just an ordinary individual. You are useful to your generation. And I want you to actually see yourself in that light. That you are useful to your generation. The usefulness is the ability to add value, solve problems, and make a positive difference. The ability to solve problems, add value, and make a positive difference, like helping some SMEs, pay for Becker exam, career guidance. That's to tell you that what you are useful. There is something in you that others need, and those little things that you actually do can make a lot of difference. But let's look at it. There's personal usefulness. Being a dependable in relationship. There are some that are not dependable, and you may ask yourself, am I really dependable? Professional usefulness, contributing meaningfully in work or business. When you talk about the SMEs, that's work, that's business. Lecturing in the college, that's work. But there's a place of personal usefulness also. There's social usefulness, serving communities and nations. That's another usefulness. And there's spiritual usefulness, fulfilling divine purpose. Let me ask you a question. Is it possible for somebody to be useful in these 4 areas? I want to answer in the chat, yes or no. Is it possible for somebody to be useful in these 4 areas? I'm waiting for your response. Oh, I can see Thomas say yes. John said yes. Alusai said yes. Mariama said yes. Samuel said yes. David said yes. Joseph Sam said yes. Chuluane said yes. iPhone said yes. Tanko said yes. So you can see, you can be useful as personally, you can be useful professionally, you can be useful socially, you can be useful spiritually. Don't answer this one in the chat. Ask yourself, which of this area am I useful? Which of this area do I need to improve? Because the essence of our discussion today is that there's something in you that must be useful to somebody. You must discover it and you must pursue it. Good. I want your answers now. What are the benefits of usefulness? Benefits? Please let the answers roll in. From the chat, you can unmute yourself. You can actually send in benefits of usefulness. It can be to you, it can be to others, it can be to the nation. Okay, Ozobia said you inspire others.
Hello.
Yes, we are hearing you.
I think you being useful will make you create impact in other people's life, and that's also able to create other opportunity for yourself as well.
Thank you so much for my Joseph Sam's mic. Being helpful and useful to other people. Thank you. That says it makes you to be fulfilled. Infinite said create a positive change. If it's possible to edit your name so that I can know who is actually said it to be good. Jonathan Barbara said it changes somebody's current situation. Emmanuel said you help others to discover their purpose. Thompson said you become influential. We are talking about the benefits of being useful. You inspire others, you make it makes you to be fulfilled, positive change, impact and legacy. Alusa said impact and legacy. Thompson said become influential. Tanko said improve outcomes, increase productivity. Thomas says you leave a lasting legacy. You leave a lasting legacy. So you can see that the issue of being useful, you solve problems in the society. Thank you, Emmanuel. Andrew says, it improves your self-esteem. Thank you, Andrew. It brings happiness to one's life and help fulfill purpose. Thank you, Mariama. And Mama said, it changes others. So we can see that the issue of being useful goes with a lot of benefits. Let me go with some. It builds trust and credibility. Do you agree? Yes or no? When you are useful, people can trust you. You become credible. You can't tell people, trust me. You can't tell people I'm credible until you have proven yourself that you are credible, you are trustworthy. They are not likely to go to. But it is when you are useful that you will discover that you can actually make a lot of difference. Sorry. I'm wondering whether you are seeing my slide. I wasn't sure you were seeing my slide. Okay, sorry, let me bring it up now. Just a minute, please. Just a minute. I don't know what's happened to my slide. Okay. Sorry, can you see the slide now?
Yes, I can
Yes,
see.
sir,
Thank
we
you.
can.
Benefits.
Sorry, it was a mistake. I was not projecting the slide. It builds trust and credibility. It opens doors to opportunity. When you are useful, people will be coming after you. Can you help us in this way? And those help might actually bring some reward to you, either money or influence. It enhances self-worth and confidence when you are useful. It strengthens relationship with other people. It can be in the family, can be in your organization, can be among your colleagues. When you are useful, in fact, it can be with God. It promotes growth and learning. There was a particular time some people wants me to be teaching them some things. And because I had to teach them, I had to go and read and learn. When you are useful, it promotes what? Growth and learning. Go and ask those who have actually been helping others, whether they have learned in the process. Let me ask a question as we are going on. If you have been helping others and it has helped you to grow, can you type yes? Either you are teaching them, either you are mentoring them, that you're mentoring them, you're working for them has helped you to grow. Can you type yes if it has actually occurred to you, happened to you? Okay, Andre said yes. Samsung, yes. David said yes. Samuel said yes. Abigail said yes. John Katibi said yes, very true. Alu said yes, say yes. John Sam said yes. Mediso said yes. So we can see clearly that when you are useful, it promotes growth and it promotes learning. It promotes growth and it promotes learning. That's one of the things you see in terms of benefits. It promotes growth and it promotes learning. That's one of the things you actually see in terms of growth. Can somebody share an experience with us briefly? A time you have tried to help somebody else and you have actually learned in the process. A brief one. You have tried to help somebody else and you have actually learned in the process. Can you share with us? A brief one. Anybody can talk?
Hello.
Yes, we are hearing you.
Yeah, for me, anytime I prepare messages to maybe facilitate to church leaders or to preach, the message comes to me first. So I learn a lot even before going out to share and also preparing to lecture. And all, yeah, it's always a learning process for me.
Thank you. He said it's always a learning process when you actually prepare to share for him, sharing the word with others. Give that one. Another person you want to share with us your own experience.
Yeah,
How helping others are help you to grow or to learn new thing.
yeah, Emmanuel, I want to share my experience.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, for me, in the area of when I was in college, when it was time for students to prepare their dissertation, some of them required data collection. So I have some idea in designing the tool for data collection. So they come to me and say, "Manuel, help us to collect our data." So that gives me more time to go and study how to analyze data, how to prepare form for data collection. So by that, I was able to learn a lot of tools that I was I was using it to help my colleagues to collect their data to help them write their dissertation. So it helps.
Thank you so much.
Tools.
Thank you so much. Dr. Tanko said, I was preparing a lecture and I ended up writing books, not just one book. And Simeon Koroma said, while in the university, the best way I learned and retained concept was to teach others. So you can see that it opened doors to opportunities, enhances self-worth and confidence, strengthens relationship, promotes growth and learning, creates legacy and remembrance, attracts collaboration and support, increases relevance in society. It generates joy. It generates fulfillment. It aligns your divine purpose and destiny. It aligns your divine purpose and destiny just because of what you do. Now, let me ask a question. What are some of the hindrances? And as I said, solving problem has helped me to learn a lot in the process. What are some of the hindrances? Can anybody talk? Hindrances? What are some of the things that can hinder
Yes.
usefulness?
Yes, Daddy.
Yes.
For me,
Hello.
it's Mayema. For me, one of some of the hindrances for me that I do encounter personally, and I believe it has others might have encountered, is the fear of being like rejected or what people might say, or is that I'm going to fail in this. So like these are some of the hindrances: fear of being rejected, fear to fail, and also these are some of the hindrances for me that I do.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Mariama said, fear of being rejected or what others may say. Thank you. Another person?
Yes, Emmanuel. Yeah, one of
Emmanuel?
the disadvantage is that you are always under pressure.
Hindrance.
The hindrance is you are always under pressure to meet the needs of other people. Let's say, for instance, in my own case, when I was helping my colleague students to collect their data, so everybody was coming to me. Emmanuel, help me. So there is that pressure on you to meet the needs of other people.
Okay, that's a challenge. Thank you. Another one said, low self-esteem can be a hindrance. Thank you. Low self-esteem. You can send into your chat what you think are some of the hindrances. Any other? Let me doubt. Thomas said doubt. Simon said unhealthy competition. The desire to always be shining. Thank you. The fear of not offering proper help. That's Olufemi said that one. A lot of sacrifices. Thank you. Doubt, low self-esteem, fear of not being good enough. So these are some of the things that can actually hinder usefulness. I'm going to reserve my question, one question on this one later. Let's see some of the things. Laziness and procrastination can hinder you from being useful. Fear of failure or rejection, like I was mentioned. Lack of vision and direction. Self-centeredness, like Simeon mentioned, I want to outshine everybody every time. Poor time management, you are unable to manage your time very well. Ignorance or lack of knowledge, if you don't have the knowledge, honestly, you can't be useful to that people. You can't help them. Negative mindset and discouragement. Some have a negative mindset. They just want to be there alone. They don't want to help others. Discouragement. Maybe you have heard somebody who does not show appreciation. Toxic relationship or environment where people does not like your business. Pride. Unwillingness to learn. And honestly, neglect of spiritual and moral values. But let me ask you a question. When you look at the benefits of usefulness and some of the challenges of not being useful, do you think it's better not to be useful than to be useful? Which one is better, to be useful or to be useless? I'm expecting your chat. Which one is better for you? So be useful. Thank you. To be useful actually carries price. But I can assure you, the price is not comparable to the reward that follows. Can you imagine you have somebody in the college and that person graduated, and every time that person sees you, say, thank you. If not because of you, I would not have graduated. And yet you spend about 2 or 3 hours a week teaching such an individual. I'm talking about the issue of usefulness. There is so much in terms of being useful that you can't push away. For everyone that comes along your path, you should ask yourself, how can I be useful to this person? Let me ask you a question. If everyone decide that I want to live a useful life, how will our community look like? Use one word to describe it. If everyone make up their mind that I want to live a useful life, how will our community look like? Can you please use one word to describe it? I'm waiting. Productive, progressive. Simon said progressive. Tanko said transformation, thriving, great. Mama said great. Successful in Phoenix. Samuel said improvement. Alusai said resourceful. William said developed. Joseph South said a very peaceful. Thomas said heaven on earth. Peter George says resourceful. Tom said be a better place. Fidel said prosperous. Let me ask a question now. If others are useful, will it benefit you? Yes or no? If others are useful, will it benefit you? I can see the yes coming in. Let me ask the other question now. If others are not useful, will it affect you positively or negatively? If others refuse to be useful, will it affect you positively or negatively? David said it will. Is it positive or negative? Let's put it positive or negative. If others are not useful, how will it affect you? Positive or negative? I can see negative. I can see the negative coming. I can see the negative. You can see it clearly from there that when you are not useful, you are actually affecting other people negatively. When you are not useful, you are affecting others negatively. But remember, what we are looking at is the issue of how then can I actually be useful. And I'm going to spend a few time on this one. The only way you can actually be useful, number one, discover your purpose, discover your strength, discover your purpose, discover your strength. When you know your purpose, it helps you to say, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm living for. And because you know what you are living for, it helps you to go all the way out to help others in that dimension. That's because you can actually say, this is my purpose. That's how you can unlock the power of usefulness. Discover your strength also. There are some areas I can't delve into. That's not my strength. For example, if you ask me to come and write a software, and I'll say, I'm sorry, that's not my strength. So I can't be useful in that area. If you ask me to come and do some other thing, I may tell you that's not my purpose. I know my purpose. I'm here to empower others. I'm here to add value to others. I'm here to raise an excellent generation. So I know my purpose. I know my strength. Until you know your purpose and your strength, you are not likely going to be very useful. For you to be useful, you must know your purpose. You must know your strength. That's number one. Number two, discipline and consistency. If you are not, you can see that man is taking a step up, but I'm sure if he keeps going up to get up. If you are not disciplined, you are not likely going to be useful. Skill is not enough. Let me ask you a question. Are there people who are highly skilled yet not useful? They are not useful to others. They are not useful to their nation, and yet they are highly skilled. Yes or no? Are there people who are highly skilled yet who are not useful? I can see the yes coming in. So it is possible for people to actually stop to say, yes. John Katibi said what? Yes. So it is possible for people to be highly skilled and not be useful. Remember, this of being useful is what? Adding value to people, to purpose, and to the community. So it's not enough for you to have skill. Are you useful? Some have resources. They are not useful to their family. They don't encourage. They don't help. But for you to actually be able to what? Become useful, you must cultivate discipline and consistency. Discipline is not automatic. You intentionally do it and go after it. Number 3, learn continuously and upgrade your skill. If you are going to be useful, learn continuously and upgrade your skills. The more you learn, the more you know. The more you upgrade your skills, the more you are able to help others. Learn continuously and upgrade your skills. It can be your academics, it can be your career, it can even be your marriage, it can be in the ministry, as the case may be. Whatever you are doing, I want to plead with you. Keep learning. Keep upgrading your skills. Don't use the skill of 5 years ago. It might not be relevant. If you are going to be useful, learn continuously and upgrade your skills. If you are with me, can you please type yes? If you are with me, can you type yes? Thank you, Faya. Thank you, Tango. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Olufemi. Thank you, David. Thank you, Fidel. Thank you, Olabisi. Thank you, yes. Thank you, Samsung. Thank you, Alusain. Good. Thank you, Francis. Thank you, Thompson. Thank you, Bintu and Momo. Thank you, Leslie. So we can see, learn continuously and upgrade your skills. If you are going to be able to be useful, either useful to yourself, useful to your family, useful to your community, useful to your nation. Remember, everyone have a seed and ability to be useful. Everyone. There is no single individual that is useless, except if that individual refuses to search inside and do something. Number 4, serve others with humility. Serve others with humility. When people serve with arrogance, do you like them? Yes or no? When people serve you with arrogance, do you like them? I can see no, and I say no, they serve you with arrogance. No. I can see the no coming in. And what's that one I'm telling you and I? It's not enough to serve. Serve with humility. It's not enough to serve. Serve with humility. So the issue of serving is not enough. If you are going to unlock the power of usefulness, serve with humility. When you are not humble, people may even reject your service. Say, sorry, I prefer to be alone. I don't want him. I don't want her. Why? Because such an individual is not serving with humility. And I'm asking you, are you serving with humility? Manage time wisely. Manage time wisely. All of us have 24 hours. How you use that time will determine whether you'll be useful or not. Maybe later we are going to talk about time management, but that's not our issue today. If you are going to unlock your usefulness, manage your time wisely. How you manage your time will determine whether you are going to learn, whether you are going to help others. There are people that spending time, 30 minutes to coach somebody, may change their life. And that 30 minutes, somebody may use it on WhatsApp for nothing. So when you learn to manage your time wisely, you are likely going to be useful. If you don't manage your time wisely, you are not likely going to be as useful as you ought to be. Build healthy relationship. If you are going to unlock your usefulness, build healthy relationship. If you don't have a healthy relationship, you can't even serve others. They may not allow you. Let that be a healthy relationship. That's why people can actually accept whatever you have. Without building a healthy relationship, you cannot unlock your usefulness. People first. When people know how much you care for them, then they can begin to think about, let's hear what he's about saying. And I ask you, are you building healthy relationship? Healthy relationship is never automatic, because every individual is selfish. And when you are selfish, you are not likely going to build a healthy relationship. It takes a selfless individual who is thinking about, what can I do to help others? Those are the kind of people that people want to be around. Let me ask you a question. How many of you like to be around people that are selfish? If you want to be around people that are very selfish, type yes. If you don't like people who are selfish, type no. You don't like being around people who are selfish. I can see the answers coming in. Paul said no. Thompson said no. John said no. Uncle said no. Device said no. Mama said no. Samuel said no. So if you are selfish, no matter what you are carrying, they don't want to they don't want to do anything with you. So if you are going to unleash your usefulness, build healthy relationship. The next one, stay adaptable and open to change. Let me throw this one open. How can staying adaptable and open to change help you to be useful? You can unmute yourself and speak, or you can send in a chat. How can being adaptable and be open to change help you to be useful? I'm waiting for our responses. How can being adaptable help you to be useful? You can unmute yourself and speak if you want to unmute yourself.
Well, I think they normally say
Somebody say open mind, enhance growth. Thank you. Technology that's okay. Go ahead.
Yes, I think they normally say in life the only thing that is constant is change. So you being able to adapt to change can help you a lot. Able to explore new opportunity, new skills for you to go in life and stuff like that.
Thank you so much. More comments? How can adapting to change help you to be useful? You know, there are some things you possibly use in the years past that are no longer relevant. But you're adapting and open to change help you to be useful, not only to yourself, to others. It can even be a method in ways you are dealing with people. Your perception of some things. It can be the equipment you are using. It can be your knowledge. Apart from that one, if you are going to unleash your ability to be useful, practice integrity and accountability. Integrity. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Accountability. Allow people to be able to cross-examine you, to ask you questions, to question you. Have people you can talk to, that you can ask yourself, this is whom I am. If you are not accountable, you are not likely going to grow. You might not even know where you are wrong. But when you practice integrity, you practice accountability, you become more useful. Seek mentorship and collaboration. How can mentorship and collaboration help you? You can unmute yourself and speak. How can mentorship and collaboration help you to be useful? How can mentorship and collaboration help you to be useful? I'm waiting for the responses.
Hello?
Yes, we are hearing you.
Hello? Okay, well, I think mentorship can help you to be useful as you'll be looking at your mentor and you'll be copying from that mentor. And that's how you'll be nurtured. And also collaboration, like minds, having like minds, people that can, as the Bible says, iron sharpened iron, so countenance of a man. You have somebody that's like-minded to progress, to change, help you.
Thank you so much, Device said. When you allow people to mentor you, you grow, they teach you. And collaboration, by the time you move with right like-minded people also, it helps you. And Fidel said, the needs of people to change are different. So being able to adapt will be helpful to meet or satisfy the needs. They make you better in being useful. That's when you have a mentor. And Thomas said, no, Edwin said, he guides one to take right decision and right step. When you have a mentor, you're able to take a right step. Your mentor might have 20 years of knowledge. That 20 years, in just a sentence, he can pass it on to you. Collaboration helps to network. And Paul said, others have resources I don't have. Collaboration gives speed. That's, I agree with you. There are things others see about you that you don't know, but their views help you when you have a listening ear. Amos says, it helps you understand and become more. Tanko said, mentorship leads you to explore what you must master, and teamwork is productivity increase with your peers. So we can see if you are going to be able to be useful. And Olabisi said, inspires curiosity and growth. If you are going to grow, look for a mentor. Mentor in your field, mentor who is credible, mentor who is actually skillful. If that person is not skillful in that area, it can't mentor you because that person is not skillful in that area. It's not enough to say, oh, he has integrity. For example, I don't know how to fly a plane. Myself, oh, Brad Shola have integrity, but he doesn't have the skill to fly a plane. I can't mentor a pilot on how to fly a plane. It's going to be a tragedy because I don't have that skill. Anchor your life in faith and values. If you are going to be useful, let people know what you are standing for. It can be faith. It can be your values. But if you are going to be useful, you must anchor your life in faith and in values. If you are going to be useful, if you are going to be able to help others to actually be able to benefit from you, then the issue of being anchoring your life, don't allow your life to just dangle anyhow. No, it should be anchored on faith and values. This is what I'm standing for. When that one is there, it helps you to unlock the power of being useful. So when people are coming to you, they know what you can do. Just a few more minutes to go. Are there other things that you think you can do to unlock your usefulness? You can share in the chat. What other things can you do to unlock your usefulness? You can send your response. I've told you about 10 things to do to unlock your usefulness. I want more. Community service. Serving others. Yeah, we mentioned it. Serving others with humility. What other thing can you do to unlock your usefulness? I'm sure the list I gave you is not exhaustive. Be consistent, Mariama, yes. We spoke about consistency also. Be disciplined and be consistent. Okay. Let's quickly look over some of the few things we have discussed. We spoke about the benefits of being useful. Build trust and credibility, open doors to opportunities, enhance self-worth and confidence, strengthens relationship, promote growth and learning, create legacy and remembrance, attracts collaboration and support, increases relevance in society, generates joy and fulfillment, aligns with divine purpose and destiny. And even being useful can add some money to your pocket. At least being useful has added some money to my pocket in the past, and it's still adding. So if you are going to add some good resources, money to your pocket, be useful. We spoke about the hindrances. Laziness is a hindrance. Procrastination, I will do it tomorrow. I will do it tomorrow. It hinders you from being useful. Fear of failure, fear of rejection hinders them. Lack of vision or direction, self-centeredness, poor time management, ignorance or lack of knowledge, negative mindset, discouragement, toxic relationship, toxic environment, pride, unwillingness to learn, neglect of spiritual and moral values. This also they hinders usefulness. And we quickly look at what the pathway. Say discover your purpose and strength. Cultivate discipline and consistency. Learn continuously and upgrade your skill. Serve others with humility. Manage your time wisely. Build healthy relationships. Stay adaptable and open to change. Practice integrity and accountability. Seek mentorship and collaboration. Anchor your life in faith and values. These are just 10 that I mentioned. There are more than that. What I want to reflect on before I ask you for your takeaway, what areas of your life needs more usefulness? Think about it. You can take a picture of that slide so that you can ponder on it even after this training. Who benefits most when you are useful? Reflect on it. What one hindrance do you need to overcome today? Reflect on that. I want to reflect on it. What area of your life needs usefulness? Needs to be more useful? Who benefits most when you are useful? What one hindrance do you need to overcome to become more useful? When you accept feedback, you become more useful. When you work hard, you become more useful. When you examine your life, you become more useful. Thank you. When you are open to change, you become more useful. What is your take home from this training? Quickly, we are rounding up. Just about 4 minutes to round up. We've promised it's 1 hour. What is your take home from this training? You can unmute yourself and speak. You can actually send in your text. Paul said, I must not be useless. Waiting for your take home. What did you learn from today's discussion? Being able to adapt keeps me useful. I must be useful to the society. That's Samuel. So the one who said being useful. Paul said, I must not be useless. Being useful does not only benefit me, but also people around me. Olufemi. I start to say I must be useful into my community. Creating positive impact on the society. I must continue to be useful and help others to be useful. That's Thomas. William Swami say faith and values are key to my useful by being useful. I must be useful to others. Being useful will make me to grow more, didn't you? I will say it is not enough to be skillful. I must be useful to others. If I cannot identify my purpose and utilize my time better, I cannot be useful. Thank you. If I can identify my purpose, I can be more useful. Thank you so much. I must manage time wisely. Building my usefulness around anchoring myself on faith and values that advance the kingdom of God and transform society. Thank you, Dr. Tanko. My generation needs me to be useful. I cannot fulfill God's purpose in my life if I'm not useful. Thank you so much. Let me hand you over to Andre as we round up this session. Andre, over to you.
Okay, so want to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. As we had requested earlier, if you are interested in receiving the PDF slides or the recording of the session, please make that known in the chat, send us a message, or you can contact us. Our offices are at 117 Pademba Road. And I think, Mr. Jegede, if you can put up the contact us page, so that would also be there. We're available to help if you want an in-depth training on this subject or any of the other subjects that we have looked at in the past. We're available for trainings on that. We're also available for facilitation of events, management retreats, regular training sessions, and group training sessions for organizations on this topic and a variety of other topics. You can reach out to us on any of these contacts and we would be able to give you a full breakdown of the possibilities that we have. So we thank you. We wish you a wonderful and blessed end to the 2025. And as we step into 2026 shortly, we hope that this brief chat on usefulness would put you in a position where you'll actively seek to be useful in the new year. Thank you all so much. We will definitely be in touch again next year with a schedule for and as many of these webinars as we can run, we'll try to do that. So thank you once again. Please, again, reminder, if you want it, just send your email address in the chat and we'll be in touch. Thank you. So yes, I see you're asking for the PDFs. So please just do so. If you can drop your email addresses in the chat, we can reach out. Thank you very much. So till the next one, bye. So the link would be open for some time to give you all time to send your email addresses, and we will be in touch.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year in advance. But I can assure you, at least 12 of this series every month, we are committed to empowering others. Thank you so much.